Here's 3 more mods for your Squier Strat. Why did I do these mods? Because it makes it look sexy as. First mod, I changed the bridge that came on this to a Fender bridge. Now this is the 6-screw version. I don't know if any Squiers come with the 2-pin version. I know you can change it to the 2-pin. I didn't do that in this video, I just went for the 6-screw because it's easy. I have done a video on that before, I think. Why did I do that? The original bridge, it's got a silly little trem block, tiny little piece of metal. I have heard that having this, so this is a Fender bridge, it's got a full-size trem block, it's a lot thicker. I've heard it's better for tone. I don't know if I believe that. I haven't done a shootout. Leave a comment if you want me to. Why did I fit this? Well, I was going to build a parts caster and I had this set aside for it, and I'm not going to bother with the parts caster, so I thought, well, I may as well throw it in here. What you will need to bear in mind is this is a classic vibe Squier, so it's full thickness. Some Squiers, I think the affinity, it's difficult with the affinity range. Sometimes they're not full thickness, sometimes they are. Measure it, 44mm is about what you want, and then the trem block won't stick through the back. Some of the thinner ones, like a 40mm, I can see that this almost touches the rear cover. It's a 40mm body, like you get on your bullets, or I think they've been renamed the Sonic series. I don't think a full-size trem block will fit, so if you've got a thin guitar, don't bother with that. You're going to have to be a bit picky about your bridge. This drops straight in. Undo the 6 screws, there's 3 springs, undo those, put it all back together. It took about 5 minutes. While I was doing that, I changed the tuners to a set of Geikers. That was the old bridge. While I was doing that, I changed the tuners to a set of Geikers. These are locking tuners. This isn't one of the mods, I just did it. These are locking tuners, so the ones that came with it, I really like them. They're the vintage style, so you put the string in a hole, like on a bass guitar, and then turn it. These are locking. These are about £25, £30. I'll put a link in the description. I've been using Geikers on a lot of stuff recently. The ones that came on it just feel like they've got a little bit of play in them. So I think with any Squier, replace the tuners. I'm quite liking these Geikers at the moment. If I have a problem with them, I will let you know. I've used them on quite a few guitars and haven't had a problem. And they're really cheap. They're like £30, probably £27. So I think these are great. And they're different styles. These are like vintage ones. Brilliant. It did come with some fairly good sounding pickups, and it also came with, I believe it's an aluminium pick guard, which I'm not sure if aluminium, well, especially brass, because you can sometimes get brass pick guards. I'm going to do a tone test and compare the sound of plastic versus aluminium versus brass, see if it makes a difference. I have a feeling it will do. Anyway, that's a video we're going to shoot in the future. I have changed the pickups and put a plastic pick guard on it. It just looks better with the Sonic Blue. These are a set of Tonerider Pure Vintage pickups. I think they're £90 or £100. They sound absolutely fantastic. They sound as good. We've done a full, I'll play them, but we have done a video. I'll put a link at the end. These sound as good as Fender Custom Shop Fat 50s, which are my favourite Fender Custom Shop pickups. And they're 90 quid or 100 quid. Like, ooh. God, these have got some higher. These sound great. I didn't think they'd sound quite this good. These are how the pickups sound. Nice high end. There's a tone knob if you don't like the high end. Position 4, which is these two, neck and middle. Position 2, which is bridge and middle. That's enough of that one. And the last position, which is just the bridge. Sorry, I had to roll the tone down, it's a little bit offensive. I don't really like a Strat bridge, that's why I put like telly pickups in a Strat bridge or HSS. Let's try it with a little bit of drive, because I think that will sound quite cool. Last mod. Right, this has got some Obsidian Wire. It's got one of their wiring harnesses in it, which means when I changed all this, you just drop the harness in. It's all push fit. You don't have to get your soldering iron out. They give you a new jack socket. They give you all the bits. So it takes about 10 seconds. I've done a lot of soldering and I find it quite boring. I quite often buy harnesses off people anyway. So we got sent this and I was like, this is so easy. You just put the ends of the wire into this little push-pull, this little thing you press, and it just clamps the ends of the cables in. There's a diagram, it shows you where to put the ends of all these cables. So it's going to have a treble bleed, which means, let me show you in case you don't know what a treble bleed is. When you, I don't think I've got a guitar in here without one anymore. When you roll the volume down without a treble bleed, you lose a load of the high end. I think I've put the treble bleed setting on. If not, I'm going to have to take this off and flick the switch. So when I roll the volume down, the high end should stay there. And I don't think I've got a guitar in here that doesn't have a treble bleed. So I can't show you how that would sound. This just sounds better. Anyway, it's also got a Gilmour mod, which means you can, I can't remember which way around it is, so we're going to figure that out together. Yeah, this has also got a Gilmour mod, which means when you pull this out, it's just a push, pull, pop, brilliant. It brings in the neck pickup, so if you do it on the neck, it's going to make no difference because the neck pickup's already there. If you do it on the bridge, so I'll make it full volume. If you do it on the bridge, bridge and neck together, a bit like a telly I suppose, even though they're not telly pickups, but I don't know why I'm playing it like that. How cool is that? But in this position, is this position 2? So the position that would normally be middle and bridge, the position I normally hate, if you use the Gilmour mod, it brings in the neck as well, so you've got all three. So let's do it without. The worst position sounds like this. All three. And with the neck, just gives you a, it's just cool. It gives you more. I don't really like all three at the same time, if I'm being completely honest, but I don't like these two together anyway. But bringing the neck when you've got the bridge, brilliant. It's got a treble bleed, brilliant. Didn't have to do any soldering. Also, actually, I had to remove all the old stuff. Did I? Yeah, because there was the grounding. So easy. 3 easy mods. Pickups are about £100. Obsidian Wire is about £100. By the time you've bought three pots, 3 good quality pots. Is it 1 capacitor or 2 capacitors for a Strat? I can't remember, probably 1. A push-pull thing, a good 5-way switch. These seem like super cheap. I really like them. We can fit them in a lot of guitars. I won't tell you about it in this video, but I've been fitting them in a lot. This is a really good bridge, and these are really good tuners. Thank you for watching, and here's some more really good videos which I think you should watch.